Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today I'm going to show you how to apply for video game code if you are interested in running a YouTube channel. This will definitely help you save some money on some of those purchases. Now you're not going to get approved for everything. You're not going to be able to apply for everything. This is mainly for the United States. So if you live in the United States and you're trying to become a video game reviewer on YouTube and make content, I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to give you kind of a detailed thing too. So you go in here, the first place you're going to want to try is Keymailer. Now Keymailer is a very good way to get code. They're probably one of the better ones. I'm going to show you a couple of them today. So as you can see, there's games like Wanted Dead, Redfall's here. Xbox games will come here. You know, you got Deliver Us Mars, Power Wash, Simulator. But a lot of these things, a lot of these games, like right here, this Duck Dangerous, like I could go ahead and claim that key right now. These promoted ones, you got a better chance of getting them. Now you're going to have to get in here and you're going to have to sign up. You're going to have to sign up for this, and they're going to check your YouTube channel. They're going to check all your stuff. And then, so let me show you this right here. So my keys, I've gotten a pretty good amount of keys from Keymailer. So as you can see, there's these guys are pretty good. The last one I got was Hitman Freelancer from here, Police Simulators, Saints Row. Pretty much, you know, a pretty good amount. The first one I got was that Walking Zombie, and then Chorus, and then it just keeps going and going. These guys here are pretty decent to get keys from, but there's also a thing that if you don't cover and you need to listen to this, if you don't cover everything you ask for, like let's go back to Discover. If you don't cover everything you ask for, they keep track of that. So if you get a game and you're just like, oh man, I thought this was going to be good, or you got one, because they're going to send you emails too. Like developers will be able to pull up your file and send you invitations all the time from Keymailer. Say I wanted this Terminus game. So you go into the request, and then I'll give you these right here. Will you create coverage? Yes, probably, maybe. I'll decide. I'll play, then I'll decide, or no. If you select 100%, like it doesn't matter what you select on here. If you ask for the key, you need to cover that game. Like you have to, because is what happens is they used to have like a little thing that would show you your rating. That it would show your rating, but that I can't find that anymore. But it used to have like a rating for all the games that you would cover. They're not. I mean, they are easy to get code from here. And it's not Keymailer staff that's approving your code. It's the actual developer that is getting in there, seeing who's applied for it, and then seeing what you want, and then they're like, okay, yeah, we'll get you a code for that. As you can see right here under Redfall, there's no PlayStation logo, so that must mean that is exclusive to Xbox. I know, that's weird. All right, so let's go ahead and go on over to the next one. So Keymailer is the first one. That's the first one you should apply for. You're going to need 500 subscribers on a YouTube channel, or 500. No, wait. Yeah, you need at least 500 on either one of them. So you have to have 500 subscribers. You don't need to be monetized, but you do have to have the subscribers to get in there. The next one, this one here, is also an extremely very good one. Terminals is Terminals by Evolve. This here was actually the first one that I found. Keymailer is pretty good. These guys are pretty good too. We can show you all of the keys that I've gotten here. I've probably gotten more from here than anything. You know, like SpongeBob. You know, you've got, you know, the Wild Hunt. Some other games. This is mostly going to be like THQ and some other games. But either way, these guys here, Now, the people at Evolve, these guys are really cool. These guys are really cool, and you can email them, you can talk to them, you can get in touch with them, and you can and you can talk to them like from person to a person. So if say I wanted to cover this right here, Deckham or whatever, you know, then you would just go to the request thing. You're going to want to choose your platform and make sure that you put something down here where it asks for where it asks for coverage plans. Because if you don't put anything, they're not going to give you anything. And these guys here actually do watch. If they give you codes and you don't cover them, they're going to start telling you no. They're going to start telling you no. They're not there to play games. They're not there to give you free games. They're there to get coverage out for games. Like, that's their job. That's what they do. These guys are really cool. I've had, you know, I've only been denied a couple of times, and it's mostly when I want a Switch game, because Switch games are the hardest to get. Those are the hardest code to come by. So if you're trying to get Switch codes and you get declined a lot, don't give up. Don't lose hope. It's just they're so hard to get. They don't ever get as many codes for Switch games. So that one's pretty tough. Terminals is really good. It's Evolved by Terminals. So you'll look that up. You'll just put in Terminals. Now here you do have to have you have to have 500 you have to have either 500 YouTube subscribers or you have to have 500 Twitter followers. When I first got approved, I actually had only the Twitter followers. I didn't have enough YouTube subscribers yet when I first got approved for Evolve Terminals, and I still received a key. The next place that you're going to want to try, so you've got Keymailer, you've got Evolve Terminals, and then there's another one. This one here I always look up, Rainmaker GG. It's called Rainmaker GG. And then you're going to go ahead and let's see where it is. Rainmaker GG. Okay, broadcasters. So you'll get in here. Now this one here, you can sign up for free all you want, or you can log in or whatever. If you log in, you just click whatever one you're coming in on. If you're coming in from YouTube, you'll just hurry up and put your YouTube thing in there. You'll give them the access or whatever they want for it. And then you can look at the keys that they have on and then you can look at the stuff they've got up right now. So, and these ones here are the harder ones to get. I've only been approved for like three codes, maybe 4 codes through Rainmaker GG. These are mostly, you know, your Final Fantasy Crisis Core, your Forspoken, all of those games, you know, like Sniper Elite. These are going to be more of the like AAA bangers that they're going to get on here, as opposed to, you know, like Keymailer's going to have a lot of indie games. Terminals, they're going to have a lot of indie games. Rainmaker GG is going to be the one that's going to, you know, have the AAA games that you're going to have a hard time getting approved for, like 2K, their games come on here, Square Enix, 505 Games, some other ones. Now, there's also another one. It is called, where's it at? I don't think I have it right here. So Woovit keys. You go to Woovit and it's kind of okay. And there's also Lurkit right here at the very top. You'll see this Lurkit Games and Grow. I don't really like Woovit or Lurkit, and I'm going to show you why. We're going to go to Woovit. Woovit's pretty much, you just creator access. You jump in here. You'll just switch. You'll pick, you know, if you're Twitch or YouTube, the same thing as Rainmaker. Every single time you get in here, it doesn't ever do that. But see, then it'll tell you there's 27 available. I've gotten 2 keys from these guys, and they've both been, you know, Race the Future. That one was all right. That's like this game here. I actually think is pretty cool. It's kind of, it gives you that Ridge Racer type experience, but then this Solo War Medieval, man, this thing, I don't know about that one, man. Like I covered it because I said I would, but then you'll see like the coming soon, and then you can go right here and you select only offers I'm available for. Oh, look at that. There's only 5 of them. See, look at all these games, like serious stuff that like nobody would want to play. So then you go in here, only games I'm eligible for. And then you can go down the list. I mean, yeah, you can get this stuff. Usually, pretty much, if you select the offers you're eligible for, you're going to be able to get this stuff. But let's be honest, man. A lot of this stuff. Here's the thing, man. These guys, Lurkit, and some of the other ones, they literally rate your channel by how many views you get. Like you'll go into say I want all right, let's do this right here. Let's go back up here and do something that's like, hey, I'm not eligible. You can also with Woovit get in there and like try to talk to him. Like say I want Detroit Become Human. See, look at this. You need 1,000 average views on your channel, and you are and a YouTube average current views, or YouTube 1,000 views. So some of them have got like some really ridiculous freaking what's it called? Like I've seen indie games on here saying that you need 25,000 subscribers, like indie games. So I'm just like, whatever. But then you can go in here and like you can go to the apply thing, and then it'll tell you, the contact this dude right here is trying to get these codes out. So you can email right here. You could just email Kyle and be like, hey Kyle, man, I saw your game on Woovit. I think it would be a good fit for my channel, but sadly, I don't have the 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Do you think maybe you'd give me an opportunity to review this on my channel? I'm really interested in the game. That's the only way I would go at him, is if you're interested in the game. Like if it's something that you are interested in, that you really actively want to cover, get in there, send a dude an email, and what's the worst they can say? No, man. Or not even return your thing. I've had actually pretty decent luck with emailing, like a certain developer if it's something that I really want to try. Actually, Broken Lines, this actually doesn't look too bad. Looks like it's an RTS type game. Interesting. So yeah, and there's so many choices that you can get in there and look for. Like that's the only thing I like Woovit for. But trying to find like AAA bangers on here, sometimes it's going to be like, ooh, hit and miss. Like maybe sometimes they'll have it, maybe sometimes they won't. You can always search for a game right there and see if they have something. So we're going to go back here to where it said Woovit search, and then we're going to go to Lurkit. And then there's another one called Press Engine, but they're super new, so I'm not even gonna show you there. I'm a content creator. You get in here, you just log in. Boom, log in. Wait, what the heck? Are you freaking kidding me? Well, it's not gonna let me log in apparently. But these guys right here, they really do track your stuff. I gotta figure out why it's not letting me log in, dude. That's weird. I hope I didn't show you guys too much information. There we go. Now I'm logging in. It's just got a thing backwards. So now it'll tell you all your followers. It'll tell you your views on your channel. Ooh, I got invited to something. What did I get invited to? Oh, look, another freaking PC edition for Demio. What the heck is Demio? PC edition, launch trailer. It looks like something that, yeah, I don't know if this is, it's like a card game or something, I believe. So you'll get stuff like that, or you can do quests here. You can try to apply for something for like them to be like, oh yeah, read more. See, look at this, 25,000 average views per video. Requirements failed. Trying to tell me I can't even get this one. Well, sad news, I already bought the game, because here's the kind of stuff that you'll run into. I personally am super interested in Wanted Dead. I really, really, really want to cover this game. But then they're like, oh yeah, you need 25,000 average views per video. That's ridiculous, man. This is a brand new IP that nobody's ever heard of, but it is coming from a pretty decent studio that makes some pretty cool games. I already bought the game, so I'm not worried about that, but I would have liked to have been able to get in on this right here. Definitely I've applied for it over on on Keymailer. So if I get that, that'd be awesome. But so that's LurkIt. LurkIt, you can get in here and you can analytics, and it'll show you, your views, how many, like all of your stuff. Like, I mean, I guess this is pretty cool, but if you use LurkIt or WooVit, you are going to be reviewing a lot of indie games. Now, I'm not saying indie games are bad, but I'm saying that you will be doing a lot of that work, and you got to understand, dude, for every one of those you take, and if you're only getting like 10, 15, 20 views on them, that's going to affect your freaking numbers with this place, man. There's going to hold you down literally forever if you're covering stuff that like nobody's going to watch, or late games. The later you are to covering a game, the more of a pain in the butt that's going to be for you to actually get any type of to climb the ranks on these things here. The two best, Keymailer and Keymailer. Keymailer is really, really good, as is Evolve terminals. You can like request, talk to Matt right here. You could send him an email and be like, hey man, I'm really interested in that game. I really want to cover it. And then if you're not a big known channel or whatever, he'll look at it and be like, all right, man, if you're interested in it, I'll send you a review code for that and get you that. So my two first picks are Keymailer and terminals. And then Rainmaker right after that. Rainmaker is a little bit harder to get, but it is definitely worth it if you want a AAA game. But these other ones right here, WooVit and LurkIt, man, it sounds like they're only good for big creators that want to cover. It sounds like these guys are only good for big creators that want to cover indie games, man. So that's pretty cool, man. So basically, that is the most up-to-date information that I have in terms of helping you figure out how to get review codes so that you can review games, because I feel like the critics on YouTube have become stagnant. That's the reason why I'm making this video. I think they become stagnant. I think they're too preachy, they're too spoiled, they're too, oh man, like they complain about all these games, they trash all these games. Like, we need new people out there reviewing games. I mean, it's sad to say that you don't know how many times I've been blindsided by buying a game and playing it and have the review dudes come out and trash it. Like, after Forspoken, man, I'm like, are you serious, guys? Like, Forspoken was not a bad game, bro. Not a bad game. Not the way they made it sound. I mean, obviously there's some stuff that anybody could nitpick about it. I mean, if you're playing it on PlayStation 5 in the performance mode, yeah, dude, there's a lot to be desired for sure. But the story was fine. I thought the characters were good. I didn't have any problem with the voice acting. All of these things that people were nitpicking, it's got an empty world. Like, what game doesn't have an empty world? Every game has an empty world. We're going to come at that for an empty world? Really, guys? That's the thing that I'm talking about, man. It's just they're too high up on their little perch. We need more voices out there to actually get these games, to review these games, to talk about them, to play these games, to enjoy these games, instead of just jumping right into the little hate train, man. There's no reason to jump into the hate train. And, when you review these games, if you like them, you're going to have people that are going to come to your comment section and tell you that the games are trash and whatever else. But this here should be a pretty definitive guide to helping you get started and helping you achieve, or at least be able to start growing your channel and not have to spend a lot of money. Because by the time I actually found these things, man, I was already spending money buying all these games and stuff, and it gets to a point, man, like where you got to feed your channel. Like, you have to feed your channel content. You have to. So you have to be able to get product to do that. And if you can't afford to do all of that, then you're going to fall into one of those. You might fall into one of those, hey man, I'm just going to sit here and cover Call of Duty, or I'm just going to sit here and cover this one, because your funds are going to dictate how far you can grow your channel. But if you got, some extra help from some of these companies, some of these publishers, some of these developers that want to, not only show off their game, but also give people a chance, because that's what these things are set up for. That's what they're set up for. They're trying to get, obviously they're trying to get good coverage for their games, but I have never had one of these from any of those sites try to dictate what type of content I need to create for it. Like, they never give you a list or anything to cover. So, and I don't think that, I mean, like Keymailer and Evolve terminals, I think they're both, I know that Keymailer, you have to, like the developer decides, but with, Evolve, they're like a third party. So the developer's not going to like try to like do backlash towards you and be like, no, you can't cover their games no more because you said something bad. So I don't want anybody to think that, like, you don't have to say nice things, but I mean, if you're going to get a game that you're interested in, that's why I say get games that you're interested in, because the chances of you liking that game are a lot better. Then it's easier to be positive about that game. But if you're just like taking everything they throw at you and you're like, no, this is trash, this is trash, this is trash, you don't want to do that either. That's why you only need to ask for stuff that you want to play. Don't be out there just like, yeah, I'll cover everything, because that's what I did last year. And it got way too overwhelming because everybody wants you to cover their indie game. Everybody wants you to cover their AA game. Everybody wants you just get so much on your plate that you just can't keep up with all the stuff that you want to do and everything else. So once it starts off, and then you're gonna have to do what I did and stop doing all the nonsense and spending more time with the games you want to play, because people can tell that you're actually excited about a certain game because you're more willing to put coverage out for it. So, and that's what people want to see. I mean, they want to know that the game they buy is going to be worth it, and they want to see other people excited about it and stuff too. So that is basically my 21 minutes of how to how to get free game code and how to be a better YouTuber. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.